Hello, I'm Pat Shepard, Senior Principal Database Product Manager at Oracle, and welcome to this episode of Databasics. Today, we're going to be talking about how Enterprise JSON with Oracle AI Database allows you to ship applications fast with JSON and run analytics and AI over the same data. So as always, let's get into it. The challenge: split stacks slow you down. A quick question: how many databases does one application touch in your stack today? Most teams build applications with JSON and run SQL for reporting and AI elsewhere. Two databases for one application. That split creates drift and delay. Every change touches two or more systems, and there's fragile sync jobs. The impact is that there's duplicate data, which leads to inconsistent records. Sync jobs and glue code are all failure points. Multiple systems lead to higher costs through more systems to maintain and licensing costs, and complexity slows down delivery of systems. The fix is to store data once, use as JSON and SQL in one system. Let's see how we do that. Developers often prefer JSON because of the speed and flexibility it gives them. There's no upfront schema design required. Applications can control their own schemas, and it's a simple data model, so they get the speed that they need. There's less of an impedance mismatch. JSON maps to logical application concepts, supported nested structures, enables read and write without joins. So there's less database expertise required, fewer lines to write and test and maintain. In terms of common API languages, there's no embedding of SQL. There's minimal new concepts for developers to have to learn. This means that developers can stay in their preferred language in IDE, maintaining flow and productivity. The problem? Multiple fragmented systems to integrate. Two databases for each application guarantees trouble. The application writes JSON in one system, and reporting in AI reads rows in another. Copies fall out of sync, screens show the wrong thing, and support tickets spike. And it gets worse because most applications now need all kinds of other different data types like vector, spatial, graph, etc. So now you have these additional databases that you need to own, manage, and integrate. So what? Every duplicate raises cost and risk. Users lose trust and teams lose faith. The good news is Oracle provides a converged database, one database supporting multiple data types and workloads with no separate specialized databases required. It supports JSON, relational, spatial, etc. It supports transactions, analytics, machine learning. So developers and data scientists can access data in their own preferred language and their own tools to drive business value. In addition, the database provides JSON Collections, which give you the best of both worlds. Data is JSON and access can be SQL. This eliminates running multiple systems. Developers get the JSON they love. Data scientists get the SQL that they need for their tools. You get increased speed, flexibility, decreased risk, and data is immediately ready for AI. JSON collections give apps flexible document-first storage, one JSON per screen or entity, so UI changes can stay simple. Documents can evolve without migrations, and developers keep their tools at their pace. Need totals or filters later? Run SQL on the collection without moving the data. Are you already on MongoDB and wanting to move over? Well, you can continue to use the MongoDB APIs and drivers and commands and keep your applications running as you migrate. So the Oracle advantage? Well, you get fast SQL queries on JSON data, flexible documents with no rigid schema, and it's the best of both worlds. Delivery of applications fast, and the flexibility of being able to run analytics over top of your data. When you need more structure than collections, we have JSON Relational Duality. Some applications need shared, consistent data and analytics on the same rows. That's where JSON Relational Duality fits. Your app still reads and writes JSON, but the data lives as normalized rows with full ACID compliance and referential integrity. So what? JSON simplicity for developers, while the business gets reliable, analytics-ready numbers, one source of truth for apps, analytics, and AI. JSON Relational Duality gives you all these strengths of the relational database and the flexibility of JSON. A popular use case is to put JSON interfaces on existing relational data, enable new workloads and integrations without duplicating data. So, collections versus duality, how to choose, trade-offs, what you might want to consider. Well, think of it as patterns, not dogma. Choose collections when speed and document or application first design matters. Each screen owns its own payload, and there's some occasional SQL that you want to write for queries and for analytics. The trade-off? Minimal consistency means potential duplication, and cross-screen consistency becomes manual. Choose duality when data is stored across applications and screens and must stay consistent, and when you need SQL at scale for analytics and AI, while applications still write JSON. The trade-off? You need to define mapping to tables up front, gaining integrity and analytics power. Bottom line, it's the same database. You can choose per application to use collections for pure speed or duality for speed and truth. The Oracle advantage? One enterprise database for JSON, SQL, analytics, and AI. You get JSON and SQL access for both developer and data scientists. You get MongoDB compatibility without lock-in. You get lower total cost of ownership by eliminating cross-store ETL, replicas, extra licenses. You have analytics and AI all in one place. You can run SQL, aggregations, and vector search directly on your data without need to move your data. There's enterprise correctness and control, especially when you leverage JSON Relational Duality. And all this means that you're Gen AI ready. A consistent JSON view provides clean data for RAG agents, leading to fresh embeddings, fewer hops, and cleaner outcomes. So let's look at the Converged Oracle AI database and a success story with decimal point analytics. Before, it was a complex and multi-database architecture on AWS. They had relational consistency issues through MySQL, data replication to MongoDB, and all of this was complex and error-prone and slow time to production. The new architecture, using autonomous AI database with the single converged database engine, providing both SQL and MongoDB API access. And the customer saw significant benefits: improved customer satisfaction, increased application performance, significant operational cost savings, and increased developer productivity. The great news is you can start experimenting today. Here's 3 paths. You can use Oracle Autonomous AI Database free, a fully managed cloud service. Oracle handles the infrastructure, you focus on building applications, production grade in a free tier. Or you can use Oracle Fast Lab. Want to learn quickly? Go to the Oracle Fast Lab on this topic. In about 15 minutes, you can get hands-on experience very quickly and walk through all the different capabilities of Oracle Enterprise JSON. The good news, you can try this for free anytime. Or third, if you want to go all the way, you can build a Gen AI-powered application with Oracle AI Database. Use Python to build RAG, vector search, and MCP agent workflows on Oracle Database and OCI Generative AI. Walk away with a ready-to-adapt code. Okay, we've covered a lot. How split stacks tend to slow teams down, how one copy with 2 different views helps fix the drift, and where JSON Collections or JSON Relational Duality can deliver consistency and analytics on top of the same rows. Okay, in your final challenge, I want you to run the Fast Lab, and then try and pick an application that you can prototype, and then see if JSON Collections or JSON Relational Duality helps simplify your application. Either way, you're going to be writing JSON for the applications and SQL for the insights. No sync jobs, no duplicates, using Oracle AI Database. So thanks for tuning into this episode of Databasics. See you in the next one.